If you're looking for, let's say, a business loan, you might actually have heard about the Loan Builder by PayPal. So, in today's conversation, I want to review this service and see whether or not it's actually a great product for you. Okay, if you're a small business, and the cool thing is the niche you're in doesn't really matter when it comes to a loan builder. What they look at a specific set of criteria, and that's what I'm going to describe for you in today's conversation. Now, let me first define for you what Loan Builder really is. So, Loan Builder by PayPal provides short-term loans to small businesses. So, this is not a service that gives you personal loans. They only focus on small business loans. And so, I mean, PayPal actually started. I mean, this service started in 1997. Actually, before that, around 2000, 2005. And the company back then was called Swift Financial. And PayPal actually acquired that company in 2017. Okay. And so Swift Financial, now a subsidiary of PayPal, actually services the loan, while WebBank is the financial institution that provides the funding. So that's something to really think about. Okay. So let's first go a little deeper and think about how the whole thing works here. If you're interested in PayPal and Loan Builder by PayPal, you have about 5 to 10 minutes when it comes to the application. So the questionnaires will take you 5 to 10 minutes. They'll ask you all questions about your business, the nature you're in, the state where you're at, your location, whether you're selling domestically or internationally, all that kind of stuff. And now PayPal Loan Builder by PayPal doesn't really check your credit that much, even though there are cases where they might actually ask for your credit score. And I'm speaking about your business credit score, but also your personal credit score. Okay. And so again, the survey will take about 5 to 10 minutes. And at the end, PayPal will give you an estimate of how much you could qualify for. In other words, this is actually a survey that allows to pre-qualify you, if you will. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And once you're approved, I will explain about the approval later on. But once you're approved, you get the funds within 24 hours. So with PayPal, the good thing is that the cash is really in your bank account or even in your PayPal business account real fast within 24 hours. That's really fantastic. Now, let me go a little deeper here. So, one thing you need to understand here is that PayPal will grant you a loan that goes from 5,000 to half a million. Okay, and the terms actually are between 13 and 52 weeks. So, you are looking at a repayment window that's actually shorter than 1 year. That's 1 year or shorter. Okay, but one thing you need to understand is that PayPal is in 48 states. They're not in two states currently. They're not in North Dakota and South Dakota. Okay, so just make sure that when you apply for this loan, make sure that Loan Builder is actually available in your state at that point. Okay, so 5,000 to half a million and 13 to 52 weeks. Okay, now in terms of APR, you have an APR that's relatively lower. So the APR goes from 2.9% to 18.72%. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that PayPal is not really making things complicated. They are making, as a matter of fact, they want to really make things easier for you. So the repayment amount is usually divided into equal weekly payments for the length of the loan term. So if the term, let's say, were 26 weeks, basically what you have to repay will be divided by 26. Okay, so that's really a equal amount. And even cooler, PayPal doesn't charge you an origination fee, and there are also no hidden fees with this loan. So you get all the loan that you're asking for. Okay, I mean, because some lenders charge you up to a 10% origination fee. PayPal doesn't do that. Loan Builder doesn't do that. Okay, and one of the great things about Loan Builder also is that you can customize your loan. So you can select the amount you wish to borrow and your preferred term when applying for the loan. Just remember that your repayment window is less than 52 weeks. It's 52 weeks or less, okay? And so Loan Builder tries to have a very transparent, a very simple fee structure, okay? And so you are able to get things done faster. But unlike PayPal Working Capital, you don't have to use PayPal to process payments, to actually qualify for PayPal business loans. So this is one of the reasons why sometimes they charge your credit. Okay. So if you think about Loan Builder by PayPal this year, let me talk to you a little bit about what you need to do to apply for Loan Builder. So to apply for PayPal business loans, you will need to supply a couple of information, like a couple of let's say some you have to meet some conditions. So total annual revenue, your business start date, the owner's social security number. So just in case they have to check the owner's credit, the business tax ID number, that's your EIN. And also you have to provide 4 months of business bank statements. I think I've said before that you don't have to process your payments through PayPal. You don't have to. Okay, so for the working capital loan, which I will define, I will talk about in this video or another video. You don't need to provide bank statements because PayPal is basing their decision on the transactional volume you have through PayPal. Now, the five criteria I just listed for you: annual revenue, business start date, owner's SSN, business IEIN, or 4 months of business bank statements. Those are not actually the only thing. You might be asked to provide more depending upon the loan amount that you're asking for. Okay, so basically, in some cases, PayPal might want you to have at least 9 months in business. Okay, 9 months. You might be required to have a personal credit score of 620 or more, depending upon again the loan amount you want. The higher the loan amount, the higher the required credit score will be. And PayPal just wants you to have also $42,000 in annual revenue. $42,000. Okay, and so Loan Builder's revenue requirements is one of the lowest thresholds for this type of small business loan. So for comparison, many fintech companies require $100,000 in annual revenue, while traditional banks often require $200,000 at least. Okay, so if you were to go to a fintech such as Bluevine, they'll ask you for 150, 100, $200,000. So PayPal is really, really cheap from that point of view. One thing I want to say here is that there are PayPal doesn't ask you for a personal guarantee. There's no PG associated with Loan Builder in general, unless you want to really go for a very high amount. If you go for a higher amount, then they will ask you for a PG. Now, how do you apply with Loan Builder this year? First, you want to fill out a 5-10 minute questionnaire. I think I've already spoken about that. Okay, so the questionnaire is pretty lengthy, but hey, listen, it's pretty good because you are giving PayPal all the info they need to pre-qualify you, because you're able to see if your business is eligible for a Loan Builder loan. Okay, and during the pre-qualification phase, there is no impact to your consumer credit score. So during that questionnaire, within that questionnaire, they'll ask you for the loan's purpose, your annual revenue, the number of full-time employees you have, the industry you're in, like your niche, and also there could be some information that is necessary about your business, but also about yourself. Okay, so personal information is also important. So next, you have to select the borrowing amount and terms. So if you pass the pre-qualification stage, you'll be asked to enter your desired borrowing amount and terms. Remember that you are looking for a maximum repayment window of 52 weeks. So just be aware of that. So when you ask for a certain amount, just remember that you have to repay a certain amount every single month. Every single week. And so that's what it is. So you select the borrowing amount and terms. You also need to sign your loan contract. So everything I'm telling you can happen within 24 hours. Okay, it's not like banks or credit unions that take that long. No, you really can start, like, once you pass the pre-qualification stage and you are able to choose the borrowing amount and terms. About 5 minutes after customizing your loan, you will receive actually an email from a PayPal representative, and this email will either ask for more documents, for instance, bank statements, or contain your loan contract. So that's really so if you sign the contract and provide the required documentation before 5 p.m. on a weekday, funds may appear in your business bank account the next business day. That's what I was just telling you. Like, they're really fast. They don't really waste time. It's one of those things where that you're getting your cash real fast. Okay. Otherwise, it may take a few business days for funds to appear in your account, especially if they're asking you for info and you don't provide the info real fast. So, what are the advantages of Loan Builder? So, Loan Builder by PayPal, there are some pros, there are some cons, and I want to really talk a little bit. I mean, with terms of up to 52 weeks, Loan Builder is actually considered short-term financing. So, if you're looking for operating funds and you're looking for something very short-term, think about Loan Builder because most banks will give you a maximum of 10 years. I mean, 10 years when it comes to small business loans, but PayPal is only giving you 1 year. Okay. So that's really important. And also, most sources of short term funding typically distribute smaller amounts, that is up to $250,000. Okay. But PayPal is going beyond that. They're giving you twice as much. Okay. So this makes a loan builder ideal for your business if you quickly need large amounts of cash, which is really, really, really a good thing because you are able to get things done faster. And unlike other short-term lenders, Loan Builder also does something very great. Why? It really allows you to customize your borrowing amounts and terms. This will enable you to coordinate, let's say, your loan with your desired investment's exact cost and time frame. In other words, you can match your cash inflow and cash outflow, so you have a clear idea about what works or what doesn't work. Okay, and so if you were to compare and contrast loan builders to other players, other lenders, you'll realize that many short-term lenders only offer, let's say, a few options for borrowing amounts and terms. Like they might give you a 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. It's pretty static. It's pretty rigid. Okay, because that's how they actually have their business model. But consequently, you could end up borrowing too much or too little because of that rigidity. But PayPal is pretty flexible. So those are the three advantages that you have with Loan Builder. What are the disadvantages? Well, basically, there is no flexibility in the repayment structure. So you, as a borrower, must make weekly payments. Okay, and so when combined with the Loan Builder's considerably higher rates, these payments could put severe pressure on your finances. Other short-term lenders might allow you to choose the repayment frequency most favorable to your cash flow. So it's something to really think about. Okay. And also you have some prohibited industries. So you have public administration, management and talent agency for public figures, attorneys, business and professional associations, civic and social organizations, collection agencies, credit bureaus, elementary, secondary schools and junior colleges, financial services, gambling businesses, grant making foundations, gun stores, holding companies, human rights organizations, independent artists, labor and political organizations, manufactured home dealers, new and used car, ATV, RV, boat, and motorcycle dealers, nonprofits, religious organizations, and voluntary health organizations. So you can see we have a long list of restricted industries. Let me go a little further when in really contrasting and comparing and contrasting what really makes Loan Builder interesting versus what makes it less interesting. Okay, what are the pros and cons of Loan Builder this year? I want to first start with the advantages. The thing is, when you think about the Loan Builder, you have a high borrowing amount. That is something that I really want to insist on because you don't really see that a lot. And I'm talking about the large universe of small business loans. I mean, having a lender that can really give you a 500,000, that's really, really not seen. You don't see that often. So PayPal does a great job at it in allowing you to actually tap into money, that much money. Okay. You have a quick and easy application process. No time wasted here. Okay, if you are running a growing business, you do not want to waste time. Actually, you have a quick turnaround on funding. Okay, available the next day if finalized before at 5 p.m. That's what I said a little earlier. You also have a no extra or hidden fees. And in terms of revenue, you have a low annual revenue requirements. If you remember, I told you $42,000. That's really low compared to the 250 or half a million that most lenders will ask you. And also, time in business is actually 9 months. Okay, you don't have a year. So if you are a startup, you can qualify for this loan anyway. So that's pretty good. On the flip side, when it comes to loan builder, you have potentially expensive borrowing fees. The weekly repayment can be a little burdensome or cumbersome for some borrowers. If that's you, that's something to really think about. There are actually no prepayment discounts, so if you actually pay your loan a little earlier, PayPal is not giving you a discount or whatever. Okay, so there is no incentive to actually prepay the loan anyway. There are no long-term financing options. PayPal wants you to pay everything within a year. That's it. They're not really going beyond that. And you have a long list of restricted industries. I really spoke to you earlier about the industries that are restricted. And there are some cases where you might have to provide a personal guarantee. But don't forget that Loan Builder is not available actually in North and South Dakota. So those two states do not qualify as of yet for that loan. So when you think about Loan Builder, you have to understand that Loan Builder has been around for a while. Okay, and like I said, they started about 20 years ago before being acquired by PayPal. So it was actually Swift Capital. Okay, and what I want to say here is that you are able to get things done a lot faster. Okay, so Loan Builder is actually a legitimate business lender. You can actually visit their sites. I mean, they have the backing of conglomerate PayPal. Okay, when it comes to financial security, you are really good to go. You can trust PayPal when it comes to data privacy. Okay, and you also have to understand that they have garnered over the last 20 years a lot of reviews, a lot of positive reviews. Okay, if you go on sites such as a Trustpilot or even Triple B, or even Trust Radius, you will see an average of 4.5 to 4.7 out of 5 stars, and this is actually garnered from thousands of reviews, 5 to 7,000 reviews. So that's kind of cool. A lot of folks love the fact that with Loan Builder, you have let's say a very simple, a very straightforward application process, and also you have a fast funding time. So no time wasted. You don't have to really wait for many days to get your cash. And this is something that's really good because if you are running a business, you do not want to really waste time. You do not want to really wait for your loan. You want to get the cash real fast, okay? And so now there could be situations where when a loan builder will decline your loan request, right? They could decline it. So if loan builder declines your application, you will receive an email actually explaining what prevented your approval within 2 days. You can then apply again in 30 days. So that's kind of good because you have flexibility. Now, a denial from loan builder also doesn't mean you will see the same results with another business lender, right? So you can go to Smart Biz, you can even go to a bank actually, to a regular bank or a credit union to apply there. As an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about Loan Builder by PayPal, and I defined what the service really is, how much you can qualify for, how to apply for this loan, what are the pros and cons of this service. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.